Your support makes this show possible. Please support the Playhouse and keep our doors open. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Santa Monica Playhouse, and welcome to the first Fall Performance Lab live in-person show since 2019. We are very, very excited about today. We've spent a whole semester creating this gift for you, and we hope you enjoy it. Right now, without any further ado,
You look terrific! Don't rub it in.
What's the matter?
I'm lazy.
So, what else is new?
No, really, I mean it. I've got this paper due for class, and I'm not going to do it.
Want me to help you?
Want to do it for me?
No.
I'm not going to do it. I've been thinking about it all week, all semester.
All semester? When was it assigned?
The first week of school.
Why didn't you do it then?
I would have. I know you would have. You always do everything perfectly, no matter how little sleep you get, no matter how you stress yourself.
Now, Richard, let's be fair.
And you never get overwhelmed. You always cope. Neither of you understands what it means to so much to you that you can't do any of it at all.
That's the biggest cop-out I've ever heard. We get just as much work as you do.
The difference is, you're able to do it. I'm not.
Cop-out, cop-out, cop-out,
Stop it, stop it, stop it, stop it, stop it!
Cop-out.
Look at you. You didn't used to be like this. You used to be nice, normal people.
Like you?
Yeah, like me. What happened?
Puberty?
Maybe you're just a late bloomer.
Rest, relax, chill, unwind, let go, breathe.
Why are you saying this to me? You heard Richard. I always cope. I never lose my cool.
You want people to think that. Inside you're ready to explode.
I am not.
Don't deny it. We're right here. Inside your head. You know what you're feeling. And it's driving us crazy.
What's bad for you? Go back into my unconscious if it bothers you so much.
What happened to you anyway?
If you're in my head, shouldn't you know the answer?
It's so deep, even we can't find it. But don't you want to figure it out?
That's a dumb question. I don't think there's anything wrong with me. What's there to figure out?
Why is this so easy?
Go away.
Why you always want to cover up your feelings?
Shut it.
Why do you always have to lie?
Scram.
And why you know, deep down, that's why you lost your very best friend.
Ooh.
I have a confession.
You? Thought you were perfect.
Go ahead, confess. Maybe it'll brighten up my day.
I lied.
So you mean you don't have a confession?
No, I mean that's my confession. I lied.
To whom?
My best friend.
So you lied. That's not so bad.
You want an answer?
You can't encourage her. Everybody lies. It's part of modern society. No, don't tell her that. Like when we pick up the phone and Mom says, whoever it is, tell them I'm not here.
That's completely different.
You can't give her that excuse. You have to make her admit how she really feels.
Or like when we tell Grandma we've developed an allergy to cabbage rolls because we know how much she loves to cook for us, but we gag every time we take a bite.
You're not helping her when you do that.
You're enabling her. That's the last thing she needs.
Or like when Dad says, I haven't really gained that much weight, have I?
Exactly.
No!
That's one problem we don't have to deal with. You're so busy, you don't have time to lie. At least not to anybody but yourself. But you've got to set Margaret straight. Lying is a big deal. So I'm going to give you a headache until you do something.
Okay, it's working. Now get out of my mind, or I will be out of my mind.
I was kidding. I mean, I know lying is a no-no. The truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. That's my motto. Honest it is.
You're lying.
That's what I said.
No, I mean you're lying when you say lying doesn't make you feel bad.
You're just covering it up.
That's what they said.
Who?
Nobody important.
Thanks a lot.
You're right. The more I think about it, the worse I feel. I wish I could go back and do it over again.
So what happened? With your friend, I mean.
I lied to her. I do it all the time lately. It seems so easy while I'm doing it, but later on it's a different story. The thing is, I don't know if she knows I lied or not. That makes it worse. I mean, she must know I lied, because if she didn't know I lied, we'd still be friends. But if she did know I lied, she should have told me she knew, instead of just blowing off our entire friendship. So really, it's her fault, not mine. I'm gonna write her a letter. I already have it all sketched out.
Of course you do.
Dear friend, I look at my bike and remember the first time I went to your house and we went riding up and down the trail. I can't even look at it without thinking of you. So many memories we made together, like a scrapbook of our lives, with blank pages left to be filled. How can you do this to me? How can you let your stupid, immature, idiotic friends manipulate you into thinking that this was the right thing to do? You made me feel like I was nothing. You're spare, the friend that you could go to when the others don't have time for you. I tried so hard to make everything right, but every time I approach you, you look at me as if I were dirt. I came this close to screaming at the top of my lungs so you could finally see that there was another human being in front of you. You betrayed me. You made me feel as if I had no one, and that's not even true. I have lots of friends, but our friendship was special. When you destroyed it, you destroyed my taste for life. I hope you have fun with your new friends, because they're all you'll have now. I guess all you ever saw in me was nothing. And now, from my point of view, that's what you have. Nothing. I'm through playing your stupid, immature, hurtful games. Have a good life.
How could you lie to your best friend?
I suppose you never lie?
Not to my best friend.
Then how come you don't have a best friend anymore?
I don't want to talk about it.
Is it because you never care enough about anyone else's feelings to try to protect them?
Is that why you lied to your friend?
Of course.
Liar.
Right.
I love to work.
Liar.
I love doing
You
things.
love being a goody-goody.
I'm only happy when I'm busy, busy, busy.
You're only happy when you make everyone else feel inferior.
You don't know me at all.
I know you the most. I am you. Or did you forget?
Can you just get out of my head long enough for me to do my 200 arm circles? That's all I ask.
You're constantly on the move. You're into every activity that's ever been created. You're always in everybody's face. You can't stand it unless you don't know everything that's going on. Maybe that's why he left you.
Who?
Oh, come on. Your best friend. You pushed him away. You were always so busy you never had time for him. Is light bulb starting to glow in your head? We should go back and do it over?
Not at all. And just to be clear, I'm going to send an email. I have the draft already written all out, so Margaret isn't the only one who can be organized. Dear friend, we have nothing in common. We have completely different personalities. We're always in alternate universes, never on the same page, yet we're still friends. We have almost a telepathic connection. We're almost one being. I can't imagine a world without you, my other half. Every day I learn so much from you. Looking at life through your eyes at this world is like studying an alien planet. An infinite amount of things to discover, find, and take into being you. I plan on being your best friend forever and always.
Well, that plan didn't work out, so did it? You were too little too late. Hey, voices in Richard's head. I'll trade places with you any day.
I hear any voices in William's head. Our guy, he's lazy.
A little morose too.
Come on. I'd rather have him than Mr. Totally Hyper over here. At least you get some rest.
At least you get some action.
And what did we get? We're being smothered by Miss Goody Two-Shoes. So tight and suffocated. We're drowning in saccharin.
Hey, do you mind? It's bad enough having to answer to the voice in my own head. I don't need to hear from the voices in everyone else's head.
Hey, don't you want our advice?
You might learn something.
I'm too busy exercising and researching and Googling and Legoing to learn anything.
We're lost.
You should be number one. First place in everything. Wasn't that enough?
Might have been, not for that giant second place.
Hey, no one can be number one everyone all the time.
That's what everyone tried to tell me, delusional fools. If you work hard, you can always be first. Except if you're the second child. No matter what, you'll always be in second place. The moment I realized that, I decided to be number one in absolutely everything else. In all the things I could change. And it feels great to know that I can excel at anything if I put my mind to it. I adore this pressure. The feeling of power that I get knowing that I'm driving myself way too hard, but I'm still going strong. That I can do the impossible. The impossible. The impossible.
Oh, so that's why your best friend left you. Because you were always better at everything than they were.
Don't go there.
Maybe by pushing yourself so hard, you didn't leave any room for him.
No. What happened is that he couldn't keep up. And anyone who can't keep up is not worth the bother. He was a total jerk, and I'm better off without him.
If you read a few pages a night, you wouldn't have to take any fun things out of your schedule.
I try. I really do. I turn on some music, get something to eat, sit down and spread the books out in front of me, clear you and your incessant kibitzing out of my mind, and then I just space out.
You used to love homework. I could barely keep up with you. Now, you never even open the book.
What difference does it make? I can pass all my classes anyways. My French teacher told me I was a joy to behold, the best student she'd ever had.
That's great.
No, it just means I can fake my way through it. Of course, if I do too much faking, I might get a B.
No! Not a bee!
You slug!
That's not the point! Not every stuff I care about. At least, not anymore.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you about that.
Maybe I would care if I didn't have to study. Hey, maybe if they told me I couldn't study, that it was against the law, then maybe I'd want to study? What do you think?
I think you're right.
You are inherently lazy. Even though this behavior only started last year when you lost your best friend.
I didn't lose anything, and it wasn't my fault. And I have the text to prove it.
You wrote him a text?
Well, not yet, but I'm going to. Dear friend, you betrayed me. You broke my trust. You lied to me, and now you can no longer be my friend. Not that you'd want to, I assume, after what you did. What angers me the most is that I ever let myself trust you in the first place. I should have known better. Why did I tell you my deepest, darkest secrets when I should have known I couldn't trust you? When we were little, we used to play in our secret hideout at the park. Remember? We played hide and seek and so many other silly childhood games. Now I can't watch any kids playing with their friends. Stop! I want to shout. Don't play with those kids. They'll betray you in the end. I can't look at anyone in the eye anymore for fear that you betrayed me to them and they know my secret and are laughing at me behind my back. My teachers, did you betray me to them too? And why? I never did anything but trust you. Big mistake. I thought I knew you, but I guess we can never really know anyone until they either betray us or they die. You've done the one, and someday you'll do the other. Until then, I remain most unsincerely your ex-friend. And anyway, I've totally and completely forgotten all about it. I'll show you, right now. I'll study for my French test.
You already passed it.
I'll study anyways. And I'll do my math, and I'll write my paper.
Fully for you.
And you'll be saying that forever.
At least until it becomes too much trouble to utter the words.
You're right. I won't do the assignment. I won't do any assignment. It's too much trouble. Goodbye.
Hey, what's inside Richard's head? You have to tell him.
You mean why we think he just dropped out of life? Reminded of what happened last year?
No.
He has to rediscover for himself. They all do.
Unless we can make it worse.
You know, it's not like I can't hear you, since you are inside my head. So, thank you for trying to help. Although I guess I'm really thanking myself. Your concern for me has opened my eyes. It's given me clarity. Now I no longer think that I might be lazy or apathetic. Now I no longer think that I want to hide away and let the world pass me by. Now I no longer think it. Now I know it for an absolute fact.
I give up.
Of course we do.
I have a slug for a brother. Great.
That's it. I've had enough.
Me too!
I refuse to live the rest of my life inside of a head of a slug.
Here, here.
I'm not gonna sit on the fence for the next 6 decades of my life, never making a stand.
It's unbearable.
I'm not gonna live like a hamster on the wheel the next 60 years.
It's time for us to do something.
To shake them up.
The worst that can happen is that they'll think it was all a bad dream. Welcome to America's newest game show.
Find yourself! We're going to expose your deepest, darkest fears and see what goodies we can find.
All three of you have lost a best friend, and what's worse, lost yourselves. So we're going to help you
Find yourself!
Margaret, it's your turn. For a year we've listened to your lies. We will list the lies you are most proud of, and you will give us a justification for each. Lie number 1. I can't tell you how much I get for my allowance because someone might try to rob my family. Justification?
To be cool.
Lie number 2. I sure am 16. Want to see my driver's license? Justification?
To impress a boy.
Lie number 3. I got 1,900 points on my PSATs. I did extra credit. Justification?
To impress a teacher.
Double lie. I wanted to come to your party, but my mom made me go to the party for the after officers instead.
To impress the world and myself.
Good going, Margaret. You get 11 points. You're even more of a liar than we thought.
Now it's on to round 2. The topic, pressure. William, it's your turn. We will list all the pressures in your life and you will tell us how you deal with them. Ready, steady, find yourself. Pressure number 1, getting good grades. Response?
Studying nonstop with books, the internet, research papers, sleeping with learning tapes.
Pressure number 2, keeping in shape. Response?
Exercise while brushing teeth, sleeping with weights on wrists and ankles, doing finger exercises while walking, getting up at 5:30 a.m. to exercise while listening to learning tapes.
Pressure number 3, living up to everyone's expectations. Response?
Skipping lunch to have friendly conversations with teachers, working at the library, another great place to do finger exercises, doing extra credit, helping grade papers, sitting at the front of the class with a big smile, making eye contact, and looking very, very interested.
Final pressure, living up to your own expectations. Response?
Who has time to figure out what those even are?
Wonderful job, William. You get 13 points.
Now it's on to round 3. Richard, it's your turn. And the topic is bullying.
This is stupid. I'm not playing.
Sorry, you don't have the right to make decisions like that when you dropped out of life.
Forget it. You can't make me.
Then by default,
You lose! And in that case, the winner is...
The winner is...
Nobody.
But every contest has a winner.
Someone has to win.
It's not a contest and you know it.
You're just messing with our minds.
Trying to make us discover something.
Trying to give us an epiphany.
And you know what? You've succeeded. I remember that when it started. I always told the truth until my best friend made fun of me for it. Everybody lies, she said. It's what you do. You have to lie to protect yourself. So I started lying. It seemed so easy. I didn't have to accomplish anything. I just had to lie about it. But everyone knew I was lying anywho, especially my best friend. And even though she was the one who said it was okay to lie, when I lied to her, it was all over. And now I don't know how to get her back.
Maybe like this. Dear friend, you are so caring and kind. You're always there for me. Whenever I am down, you bring me back up. Whenever I'm afraid, you give me courage. Whenever I am shy, you bring out the little demon in me.
You are my closest friend. From the first day we met at the playground, and you held my hand so I wouldn't be scared to go down the slide. I knew you would always be my BFF.
I want to say thank you for that, for helping me and caring for me, and making me know that I'll never be alone in this world. You're the best.
And you always will be.
I remember exactly when it started. I've always wanted to be good, to please my parents, please my teachers, my friends, and myself. But when they started calling me names, I decided to show them. I began doing more things and better and faster than ever before. I used to do things because I liked them. Now I only do them to prove how good I am. When you stop enjoying something, it's time to stop. But I can't stop. I have no one left. I'm pushing everyone away. I don't even have my best friend. How do I get him back?
Maybe like this. Dear friend, I would like to say I miss you, but it doesn't come close to showing how much I care about you. How much I still care. I wake up every morning to think about what mischief we'll get into during the day. And I remember, with a shock like cold water thrown in my face, you are no longer in my life.
How did it happen? It was as if in one single instant, everyone stopped letting us be, well, us. I can't tell you how much I missed the trouble we got into, and the crazy things we would do. If only you didn't, I can't even write the words on paper. And you know, it wasn't what you did, it was what we did together that broke us apart. I know in my heart that we were meant to be friends. But someday our paths will cross again, and on that day we will reunite. Not as friends, but as the soulmates we were always meant to be. Until that day.
I remember exactly when it started. I couldn't stand being teased anymore. First, good-natured teasing. Then, horrible bullying. So I dropped out. If I didn't care about anything, then the bullying couldn't hurt me. And the less I cared, the more I disappeared. Until finally, no one noticed I was there. Not even my best friend. But I can't stay like that forever. I have to show the world who I really am. But I can't do it without my best friend by my side. How do I get him back?
Maybe like this. Dear friend, I know we haven't talked much lately, but I want you to know you're still my closest friend.
You've always helped me, and I don't let this fight to come between us. You've always helped me when I fall down, even after you stop laughing. And I'll always do that for you, including the laughing part.
We've had so many amazing memories, and I want to make more. I'm sorry for what I did.
I hope we can just forget this. You're like a brother. Can we keep it that way?
Hopefully yours.
Maybe you'll get those friends back.
Maybe you'll make new ones. But what about us?
We're people too, you know. Well, sort of.
You do all the things to us that you don't want people to do to you.
You bully us and tease us and shut us down.
It's lonely living inside someone's head.
No, you don't want to listen.
I guess we never really thought of you as people before. We're lonely most of the time, and loneliness hurts. We never realized that you could take away from some of that loneliness, that you could be our friends. We're two sides of the same coin, so we feel the same things. Maybe before we make peace with the world, we have to make peace with ourselves. It's time to put the lying and the overachieving and the dropping out to rest.
It's time to realize that we can be alone, but never lonely, as long as we listen to our heart, and to the voices in our head.
I'm going to open my heart and feel an honest emotion about one little thing. That's where I'll begin.
I'm going to look back on my life and find one thing that really makes me happy. That's where I'll begin.
I'm going to open my eyes and really see the world around me. That's where I'll begin.
And I'll remember everything that happened today.
And everything that's happened in my life so far.
And let it help me on the road to tomorrow.
Sitting silently as the world begins to turn, she hears someone praying. Inside, outside, 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 falling through the rabbit hole of chocolate dreams. She gallops on her horse through nothing more than childhood's hidden dangers. Children may stray. As the world begins to burn, he hears someone crawling, spinning through a spider's web. Rhyme and reason flow and ebb. The glass slipper isn't worth this chocolate nightmare. Gumdrops have eyes and stare right through his cries. The horse is an accomplice, plotting her demise with hidden strangers. And children may fall. Breathing cautiously as the world begins to turn, she feels someone sighing. The wheels slow down, and she is left behind. Black sounds in her mind, through her life in hidden danger. Children must fly.
Bye.